All right. So we'll start with talk about your decision to come here to Santa Cruz and Monterey. Are there aspects of this area that are important to your campaign?
Well, the truth is we're running a very unusual campaign here in California. We're going all over the state. We will, by the time we're finished here, have spoken to probably 250,000 Californians. I don't know that anybody in recent history has done that. And what I try to do is especially get out to areas where presidential candidates very rarely go. People go to San Francisco, LA, San Diego, but they don't go to very rural areas. And that's what I love doing that. And I think it's important for California that they see the candidate, they hear face to face what the candidate has to say, and hopefully we can bring them on board the campaign.
And tomorrow you're scheduled to speak in Spreckles, and here in Monterey County there is an initiative on the November ballot regarding anti-fracking. Why get involved in such a hyper-local issue in a county where there currently isn't fracking?
Because it's not just a local issue, it's a national issue. And one of the great concerns that I have is whether or not as a nation and as a planet there will be enough clean water to satisfy the needs of the world's population and of those of us in the United States. And I think the time has come to simply say no to fracking. Our water resources are too precious. We cannot continue to pollute that water. And I support those people who are trying to end fracking. And by the way, this is one area of contention that is where Secretary Clinton and I have very different points of view.
And speaking of Secretary Clinton, this morning Governor Brown announced his endorsement for the candidate. What's your reaction to this?
Of absolutely no shock and no surprise. Every place that we have gone in this country, we've had to take on the Democratic establishment, governors, senators, mayors, congresspeople. That's what is going on. Secretary Clinton has the support of the Democratic establishment. We don't, but yet we have won now almost half of the state primaries and caucuses. I think by the time this is over, we're going to win here in California. And I'll tell you why. Because people are not enamored of the establishment anymore. They know that the middle class is continuing to shrink. Almost all new income and wealth is going to the 1%. That we are the only country on earth that doesn't guarantee, major country that doesn't guarantee health care to all. That many of our kids can't afford to go to college. People want real change. So you can have, Secretary Clinton can have all the establishment she wants, but I think we're going to win here in California.
You've talked about how important the state of California is for getting the nomination. Do you think that this endorsement from the leader of the state would hurt your campaign?
No, I don't. As somebody who, as a United States Senator, has endorsed people in my own state, those people have done terribly. I mean, truly, the honest truth is, and I'm not sure that Governor Brown would disagree, endorsements are interesting, but they really don't sway all that many people. People, go into their own hearts and they decide which candidate they like. So it sounds to me like Secretary Clinton will get at least one vote from Governor Brown. That's good. But there are a lot of other people in the state of Vermont that we are trying, it's state of California, I should say, that we're trying to win over.
And we've talked to a lot of young people who were waiting in line this morning to hear you speak. You've had a lot of support from college students. But what do you say to critics who say that, free tuition for college students would mean, higher taxes and them paying for others' tuition down the line?
Well, the way we propose to fund free tuition at public colleges and universities and substantially lower student debt is through a tax on Wall Street speculation. I don't think it's a radical idea to say that in the year 2016, every person who has the ability and the drive and the qualifications should be able to get a college education regardless of his or her income. 8 years ago, when Wall Street's greed and illegal behavior destroyed this economy, what was a radical idea? That Congress bailed Wall Street out. That was a pretty radical idea, that we put a tax on Wall Street speculation so the young people in this country have a chance to go to college regardless of their income. That is not a radical idea. That's a common sense idea. And I think it is supported by the vast majority of the people in this country. All right?
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.